Hey guys! Okay, so this video topic was requested. It's about making baby food. You're going to want to first make sure that your baby is showing signs of readiness before introducing solids. HealthyChildren.org by the American Academy of Pediatrics can help you with those guidelines. This truly is a critical point in developing the palate and taste and food preferences for future years. So yes, what you expose that palate to now does have lasting effects. And as we can relate, the sweeter flavors babies are much more drawn to and very opposed to bitter ones. That's actually naturally embedded in our DNA. But keep exposing the palate to those bitter foods because research shows it takes 10 to 12 exposures before that palate starts to adapt and mold to those flavors. Okay, so what do we start with? The traditional recommendation is iron-fortified cereals. Definitely consult your pediatrician. Do what's best for you and your baby. However, that traditional recommendation really is old hat. I recommend considering vegetables and meat. Why? Vegetables, let's start molding that palate right out of the gate. Meat, we absorb more iron from meat than we do any other food source that contains iron. And iron is a critical nutrient during this developmental phase. So what does this look like? I'm gonna give an example of butternut squash. I'm gonna buy a bag of frozen butternut squash and I'm gonna cook it following the directions on the back on the stovetop. Once it's done, you're going to drain off the water and reserve it because you're going to need some liquid to incorporate back in to get it at the consistency you need depending on where your baby is in the baby food eating process. Then you are going to, well, let me say, you can also add formula or breast milk as the liquid. It's up to you. Then you're going to emulsify. This is a handheld mixer emulsifier. You can get off of Amazon for 30 or 40 bucks, and in the same pot you cooked it in, so it's easier cleanup. You're going to emulsify that vegetable, adding the liquid until you get it at the consistency you like. And then here's the Brownie Bites trays. These are so cool. They're silicone based. They're easy to pop baby food out of. Spoon that vegetable in here, freeze it. When it's ready, pop them out. You can get these off of Amazon too. I recommend getting 2 of them. And put them in a freezer Ziploc bag, label it with what the food is and the date that you made it, and store it away. Meat can be cooked and prepared the same way. Pick whatever quality and type of meat you like. You're going to want to simmer it on the stove as well. Look up directions online on how to do that safely, but I will tell you, you will need a food thermometer to make sure that the thickest part of the meat does reach 165 or above. Food safety with this age group is critical. So don't worry, this handheld mixer can chop right through and blend up sirloin, chicken breast, etc. no problem. So as you can see, your freezer can be full of an array of colorful vegetables, meats, whole grains, and fruit. So how do we introduce this to the baby? One food at a time, waiting 3 days in between to make sure there's no allergic reaction. So I'm going to start with butternut squash for a few days, and then I'm going to go ahead and start incorporating chicken, but I'm going to add the chicken to the butternut squash. Your baby is more likely to accept the meat when it's already mixed with the vegetable they've already had. You can start with a small, maybe half a cube of the meat, and then work up to greater amounts. Let's see. So as you can see, when you open up that freezer, you can say, all right, today I'm going to do some peas and carrots and beef. And so you can make your own mixed dishes for baby food right out of your freezer. If you are interested in a really cool website that's got some good recipes, Weelicious.com, W-E-E, and licious as in delicious, Weelicious.com. Check it out. And just remember, when you first start feeding your baby solids, their main source of nutrition is still going to be coming from breast milk and formula for a good little while. So be patient with that and take care. I hope this was helpful. Bye. Until next time.